The theater of activity in many industries is moving to where you have the demographic advantage, whether you talk about China or India. When I was living in Europe, I could see the way the managements, the global managements sitting in Europe and US were working, and what was really playing in their minds. They are not willing to sort of give up the kind of dominating position they have and the commanding position they have. So it's happening in stages. For example, I'll give you an idea of R&D. The Germans and the Swedes and the Swiss found it extremely difficult to shift the product responsibility units to India. So what they will do is the PRUs will sit in Europe who have the product ownership, but they will shift small amount of works which will basically make them more competitive. So I think that shift is hard to come by, but I think it's a process which is irreversible, which is unstoppable, and the shift is taking place. There are nearly 750 MNCs which have the R&D centers in India right now. Right. So I think perhaps this could be slowed down, but it cannot be stopped. That's number one. Number two, that if you look at the consumers, the active consumers, and if you consider the life cycle consumption, average consumption, once again the center of gravity is moving towards Asia and countries with younger population like India. The kind of industries I am connected with, I can clearly see the company's center of gravity is shifting to advantage India. I'll give you an example of steel. In steel industry, for example, you can touch any plant in Europe today is for sale, because they don't have that advantage they used to have earlier. Now most of the capacity is getting relocated to China and India. We are number 4, China is number 1, and we will definitely pip Japan and US to become number 2. Because we are bulk consumers, we have all the demand on our side, and on the other side we have younger workforce which can work, can give high productivity, and the costs are relatively lower. So I think that these are the kind of things which are not being ignored by even those who are very cynical about what we have done so far. So I think at the back of their mind they are always thinking that sooner or later this market is going to get active, and they want to maintain their presence. Maybe not very high pitch, presence. That will come with the passage of time, and things will look more better, more predictable, more certain, and more consistent. So I think the demographic shift is definitely acting to our advantage.